Another day, potentially last day, at least for this. I'm gonna be going through all those battles in the Royale tournament, whatever, in the Royale. There we go. All right, I spent all of my money buying clothes. Literally all of my money. All like nearly 2 million bucks that I had. That's all gone. I could probably buy like, I don't know, a pair of shoes and then be good, but I gotta keep making some more cash. So we're gonna go to nighttime, and we're gonna do more of the Royale. We're gonna get that last Mega Pokemon in the Pokedex. This game definitely is one of those games where like I could get like the Pokedex stuff and all the other objectives done on stream, but I'm not really too bothered by it. Like, I had to do it off stream, honestly. What I would really like to do is at least finish getting the last Mega Pokemon. And, at least getting all of the Mega Stones for the last, I think, 2 Pokemon that I need. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna beeline it. Ground type moves? I guess those are all ground type moves? That is Dragon Ground. This is a cool Pokemon, dude. I really like this Pokemon. It's a cool legendary. Nine hits of bug type moves. I could do that too. We'll just grab these. What matters is getting the objectives done. I'm not worrying about the type advantages as long as I can actually do damage. Ooh. Geomancy. Jesus. Oh, come on, man. This fucking thing is not loading. Two more, or 2 out of 5 bug type move used. Alright, 3 out of 5. This will be 4. Oh, okay. There we go. 5 out of 5 on that one. Oh my god, hiding behind the shrubbery, the bushes. The trimmed bushes. Nice. Knock out opponents using electric type moves. I'll grab that. Use super effective moves. Knock out an opponent with bug type moves. Sure. That's 1. That's 2. There's a Pokemon. It's going good. We're gonna finish the last bit of the we're gonna finish the last bit of this game's, like, I don't know if I'd call it story per se, but there is one bit left that I gotta do, and I'm just gonna basically focus on that because it's all I really have left in terms of like newer things. We have to participate in the ZA Royale until I get 15 total wins, and then I'll get another Mega Pokemon that I don't have. The last Mega Pokemon that I haven't really seen, like, in combat, I suppose. I want to get that before I stop like playing this so much. He's on the trash bin. That's funny. Yeah, I can grab that, that's fine. Super effective dark type moves? Sure. I always forget that fuck Mawaw's typing is. Cliff Fable. Psychic type, one shots, and a super effective dark attack. Super effective moves, doesn't matter what kind. 10. Ooh. Save that one. What the fuck is this thing weak to? Wow. There we go. I was wondering what this thing was weak to. I need a dark type, a Pokemon weak to dark moves so I can use that. Jesus. I think this works. It does. Nice. How's your day going, Fizz? How's your Sunday going? I got 3 more super effective moves I need to use, which I can save the next cycle. I can do this quickly. Knock out an opponent with a fighting type move. Think you want to go out for dinner? Trying to keep the cat from tearing up your carpet. How old is your cat? I forget. Oh, he's adventurous. I see. What? 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 Yeah, definitely make sure that you keep an eye on him if he's looking around the outside world. He's like, what's that? All that space. All right, let's go here. Get this done. I need 210 more, and I'll have the other megas done. I just got scrafty night. Where is a Scrafty in my Mega Evolution list? Do I have one? I don't think I ever did put Scrafty in here. Huh. I guess I didn't? There's a regular Scraggy right there. Oh, there he is. Got a lot of event quest hunting done last night, and it reminded you how trash SOS hunters are. 0 out of 5 on 9-star oh god. Oh lord. Oh heavens. Oh heavens. Make sure I check that real quick. Okay, let's see if this actually heals my Pokemon first or not. I'm curious if it does. Matisse. They do heal your Pokemon for you. Oops. That's good to know. Don't care. Stand in the sticky web. Alright, 9 out of the 15 I supposedly need to do. We're getting there. Now, once we finish this, I'm definitely going to do something like change to something else. Like do some hunts later tonight for a little bit, not for too long. I don't think. It depends on how fast we get through this, because there really isn't much left to do for me on this. though. Need to get that super effective thing done so that we can get the 20,000 points. Need just 2 more moves. These champs always have the attack, I guess. Oh my god, I think died so fast. I need to stop doing that. I have to just get these super effective moves before I lose this ticket. What the fuck? This fucking spot is so... like... ugh. Like, there's like barely any trainers around here. Like, navigating through that is awful. Nearly daybreak. There we go. Nice. Two. My L. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Death. Alright, nice. Already almost got 2 of them done in one night. Not bad. Super effective ghost moves. Jesus, talk about tunnel vision. Good lord. Super effective ice moves. One last battle before the new day. Alright. Not bad, almost two challenger tickets in a night. Not bad. That's a pretty good area to run around and get a bunch of battles and a bunch of trainers. I gotta rest again at a bench and do it again. Basically all we're gonna be doing until we get it all done. This is also a pretty good spot to do that too. To get the maybe like a bunch of battles. Nah, I'm good on any shinies. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I'm honestly just here to finish the last few what's it called? Last few rounds. To get the last mega that I haven't seen yet. Thanks for the offer though. Oh, oh, Dino just killed itself. Ah, recoil damage. Gotta go back. It does have a shiny charm. It does. It doesn't have like any of the sandwich boosting stuff like Scarlet and Violet did, or does. But it does have a shiny charm you can get if you finish the research here. The rewards at the very bottom. Master Ball at 49 and you get the shiny charm at 50. Which I was like, oh, I kind of want to go for that while we're going through this playthrough, and then eventually I was like, you know, I kind of don't really care. Honestly, I don't think I really care that much. Research is Pokedex complete. It's like catching Pokemon, but like new Pokedex entries. But it's also stuff like can I do this? I can, maybe. Yep. It's Pokedex entries. It's just catching specific types of Pokemon repeatedly as well. It's very specific things like getting a bunch of battles in, just doing a bunch of battles. It's also other little quirky things like resting at a bench multiple times. There's one where you have to trade, you have to trade evolve Pokemon. Oops. But it's like the is not gonna reach, is it? The trade evolved Pokemon thing is like... There we go. The trade evolved Pokemon thing is like the amount that they apparently ask of you to complete the objective is the same as the amount that exists in the game. So they want you to basically trade evolve those Pokemon and get that objective done, that entire objective completed, basically. Alright, let's go battle the next trainer. And for you can trade with NPCs, but those are quests, those are forced, and you have to be the one to receive the Pokemon that will end up evolving in your game. So if I send out my Onyx with a metal coat and I give it to somebody else and they get their Steelix, I don't get that contribution because I'm not the one receiving the Pokemon and seeing it evolve in my game. So people put up like codes online where basically everybody who puts in that code is expecting that only those Pokemon being traded, those specific Pokemon being traded to other people that are looking for the same like results. But people will still try to swindle you by giving you a Pokemon with a dummy item essentially. So you have to like check the Pokemon that's being sent to you to make sure they actually have the item you are looking for, so that you both can get the end result, the same end result. Like there's things that people have set up with the online trading by just using very specific codes, so it's not the worst. The most you have to do is get the Pokemon, get the item, and then whenever you trade online, just make sure you see if the item is what is the right item or not, or if you're trying to get swindled by somebody. Yeah. What is with all these fucking Pokemon with Protect, dude? The items? I don't even know how you get the items anymore. I assume they're probably in one of the shops, but the game, I think the game gives you, if you do all the side quests or whatever, like the specific side quests that exist, they give you the amount that you need to trade the Pokemon. But I assume you can just buy them in one of the shops somewhere once you get to the end game, which is where I'm at. I just haven't even looked at the shop. Honestly, getting a good Pokemon for battling is not hard either in Pokemon games nowadays, to my knowledge, ever since Scarlet and Violet. Only because if you want like a really, really good IV, EV Pokemon, or whatever you want to call it, like both of them, you battle specific Pokemon that give you the stat that you want, and then you use bottle caps to train to hyper train the Pokemon, their best stats, to get them at the perfect stat like bracket or whatever. And then if you are the type of person that wants to get a shiny Pokemon, then you obviously grind for the shiny, and then you do all that stat stuff. Modify the yeah, that's what the IV training thing is, or whatever it is. That's what that is. Where you use bottle caps to just specifically hyper-focus the stats that you want specifically. Like, you can just change it. Like there literally is no gamble in this game, except for shiny hunting, which you can just manipulate. What's up, JPEX? How you doing? saga of weirdness has ended over here. Kind of glad now. I'm glad that you're feeling better. But yeah, the most that you really have to worry about in this game is just finding a shiny and an alpha Pokemon. That's basically it. You can get shiny alpha Pokemon like together as well. Yeah, Armor King, nice. I gotta play Armor King at some point, man. There's too much happening. I have no time to even download that game again and start playing for right now. I would still really like to play Digimon Time Stranger because it seems like a really fun game. But I'm like waiting before wanting to get that game. I'm just kind of holding off for a little bit. Got Hades 2, nice. You played the first game, didn't you? Yeah, okay, I thought so. I've been waiting for that other game that isn't a gacha game anymore, apparently, called, was it Duet Night Abyss or whatever? I wanted to try it out because it seems like fun. It's gonna be like releasing in a couple of days, so I'll actually be able to like start it up and play it before I have a dentist appointment. Because I thought it was gonna release at the same day as my dentist appointment, but apparently not. So I was like, oh, okay. I got a couple of days before that. That's cool. I need to get my Mega Energy up so I can get the other one completed, the other vector. What's up, Rolo? I'm doing alright. How you doing? We're finishing off the last bit of this, I guess, special battle stuff. And then we're gonna hop on Moss Hunter afterwards. Sneak up and get that. We're also getting Mega Shards because I have one more Mega Stone to buy with them. At least as far as I know. Finish making all your builds? Nice. Oh my. Oh. No gore in any of here. Cool. Nice. A little bit of variety now. Sneak up. Oh, that's 10. Oh, I can save that. Bonus card. Unleash plus moves. Let's heal up little blue. There we go. They all got Uja. No, that's fine. Better than conforming to the same fucking I have to use the best in slot and everything type of mindset. That's how it starts, where you branch out and try different things. And then you also start making some other builds at some point, just trying out different things. The other thing too is, it's one thing to make a build that uses the same armor set. Like okay, I have these usual skills on my that I like using on my set. Okay. Now I have new armor that I can get that does the same thing but has better stats. So I'm just going to use that, and it's also easier to work with. Like, There's a difference between that sort of scenario and then using the one set that has the only unique skills in the game kind of thing, and then just using that and nothing else. Like, that's a very big difference. Hunting horn is very, very fun. I always try to 500. I always try to encourage people to use every weapon in that game because I think that there's a lot more fun to be had when you sit back and try to learn all the weapons. There's some cool stuff that you can do. Oh, I didn't grab that. It's a lot of shards. There we go. ADB in any lance? Why? You just bad with them or something? Jesus, for alligator. Relax. Oh, well, look who it is. Streamer girl. Here we go again. Every time you've tried them in any of the games, the performance is awful, so you didn't try them yet in this game, is what you're saying? You're just going off of past games? Like twice. Well, you're not really gonna get a better understanding of how those weapons feel unless you like learn about their full kits. Using them twice isn't really doing much for you. If that's literal. I mean, that could be an exaggeration. But I wouldn't put it past people to be like, oh yeah, I only use a weapon like one time, and they literally did only use it one time. I think there's a lot of fun to be had with all the weapons. At least in that game specifically. That game has some really, really cool like ideas and stuff like that for what they wanted to like mess with those weapons. There's a lot of really cool things that you could do with them. Especially if you actually like sit back and like learn what they do and not like mash buttons in a game like that. You can get so many cool like moments with those weapons. Wow, Lance is really, really cool in that game. I think he's easily the best in the series right now. Personally. Feels really good to use. All the moves chain very well to each other. you actually feel like a dang wall, unmovable, impassable type shit, you know? It's just cool. You're always able to attack as long as you know what you're doing, once you learn it. And the same could be said with DB about always being able to attack if you know what you're doing too. You just learn what the weapon does and manage the bar appropriately. And before you realize it, you're just zooming around the map, hitting the monster, dancing on them, and it's satisfying. I will say that, like, in the old games, I still think that the older Monheim titles, like a few of the weapons were still really basic. There really wasn't a lot going on with them. Personally, I think that they didn't really get any really good changes. Most weapons got some decent changes, but there were definitely some of them that didn't get very big changes up until, like, World, honestly. And then Dual Blades finally got, like, its biggest changes in Wilds, personally. Like, Dual Blade, in my opinion, I did not like Dual Blades, like, nearly as much as any of the other weapons in the series forever, until I got to experience Wilds. I think every weapon except for, like, maybe let me see. I think every weapon feels pretty bad in a multiplayer setting except for maybe like Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield's really good. Yeah, like just in general, you can just zoom around and do whatever. Dual Blades, I guess, can be like that too. It's mostly the weapons that like have like so much freedom. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing with Lance in multiplayer. Like, you can. Every weapon can feel bad in multiplayer. Every weapon can feel better in solo. It just takes a lot of practice. It just get used to everything and being very attentive to what's happening in multiplayer for it to not feel bad. The one weapon that I feel like is kind of like it can be pretty bad in solo. I think it is like Charge Blade, because there's not really much you can really do to punish a monster unless you have like the right amount of damage to like understand like how like if you're going to stagger the monster after you guard point stagger it, or you know what I mean, like once you learn like the monster and know what damage you're able to deal, how effectively you're able to deal it on whatever you're fighting, then sometimes fighting a monster with CD can be like, oh man, I can't get my files off there, I can't do that, like that sort of thing. 'Cause it's like a whole process with making sure all these things work together compared to like other weapons. I think Charge Blade's probably the harder of the ones, but again, that's dependent on if your build can actually maintain all the staggers and all this other stuff to like support it. Other weapons like well, literally any other weapon actually doesn't need to worry about any of that. Any other weapon is just like, okay, you're gonna do an attack. I'll just move out the way. Charge blade doesn't really get that luxury to want to move out the way. They want to be able to like punish a lot of stuff with guard points and stuff like that. Lance is just guard counter. The dodge weapons are just dodge and shoot, or dodge and attack, like retaliate how you normally would, like a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. No, I'm missing one battle, dude. That fucking sucks. Ah. Oh well. Oh, cause there's a bench here. Perfect. Cool. Alright, on to the next challenger. Let me check and see how many shards I have too. I still need some more to get the last one. Yeah, I just need a handful. Oh lord, it's this fucking guy. Manny. Lisk. Little blue. Damn, he's blue. I actually don't know if there's another Is there another Pokemon, another legendary that's a dragon ground type? I don't think so. I can't remember if there is. So it's only Zygarde? Is there a dragon poison type Pokemon? Like a legendary dragon type? Dragon poison type? Actually, is there a dragon poison type Pokemon at all? I can't recall if there is one. There's so many Pokemon in this game. Is there one? What Pokemon is it? Three more of these battles to go, and then we're all caught up. The Love Ball. Oh, Dragalge has is a poison dragon? Okay. I was thinking about that Pokemon. I was like, is it? No. Nah. Type is. Hold on. Dragon flying, bug poison, rock and dark, grass poison, dark flying, fairy, dragon ground, dragon flying, fighting steel, ghost fire, dragon ground. Oh, there is another dragon ground. Garchomp is dragon ground. I thought it was dragon something else, but I couldn't remember it was ground. There is a dragon ground that isn't a legendary. Hey Bar, how you doing? Steel flying. Steel. By my art. Art as steel. Where the fuck is Oh, I guess I don't have Dragalge yet, do I? Oh no, I do. I'm just stupid. Wait, I didn't put him over in the Mega Evo section? Mega Evolution? I gotta give him the item. Wait, is that the last one I'm missing? I can't remember. I don't think it is. Is it? Charizard says or. Zygarde, whatever. I don't blame anybody for not liking Insectglade and Wilds. Specifically in Wilds. Despite the playstyle not being as strenuous on the hands as people think it is, its first impressions definitely leave much to be desired for a lot of people, and I definitely understand it. So damage is super effective moves, you can do that. Oh! You son of a bitch. You turd. There is one legendary poison dragon. Is there? Which one is it? Well, what is it? Well, actually, wait. I'm not looking at chat. Don't say it. What generation is that Pokemon from? If it's from Sword and Shield, I don't want to know, because I don't know the Pokemon in Sword. I don't know all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield. And I'd rather be surprised by it. But is that Pokemon from Sword and Shield, or is that from another game? If it's from another game, that's fine. But if it's Sword and Shield, just tell me it's from Sword and Shield and leave it at that. Don't tell me the name of the Pokemon. It's sort of course, yep. Okay. I figured. Thank you. Oh, alright. I do wonder if I have seen it in Sword in Scarlet and Violet or whatever. I don't know if it exists in there or not. But if not, Then cool. That's exciting to look forward to. A dragon poison Pokemon? Huh. A dragon poison legendary Pokemon. I should say. No, I don't even own Sword and Shield, man. I do not even own the video game. Wait, no! Wait, no! Oh, okay, good. Ice Punch. I wanna get Sword and Shield and the DLC because people tell me that the Sword and Shield DLC really makes that game good. Like bold underscore whatever, like 35 font, whatever. Like the DLC makes that game good. I'm like, huh, that's cool. Like I hear a lot of positive things about Sword and Shield's DLC specifically. What the fuck? Come here. You kind of want to play Hammer again? Hammer's fun. Hammer's simple and effective. Really, really fun. What level am I at now? Oh, the letter thing doesn't change anymore, Bar. I'm at A rank. We're doing these infinite battle royale things because we need to. We need to get 15 wins to get one last Pokemon that I haven't seen yet, basically. I'll wait for that. Be ready. You cycle back around to S rank? No. Once you get to A, I mean, you're going through the alphabet. When you start at Z, you get to A. You skip a whole bunch of, honestly, as well, throughout the story, which is stupid, but whatever. But once you get to A rank and you beat the game, you can just do the Z route infinitely, so you can just get more money, just have more battles to, you know, just have fun with. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to use the Thunder Move later. And doing the battles here allows you to unlock like a couple of stuff. One of them, after your first one, you get the ability to capture 3 legendary Pokemon. The XYZ Pokemon. And after that, when you get to 15 wins, you can catch, or I guess get, I don't know, one last Mega Pokemon, which I haven't even unlocked yet. So, like, the only way to get them is to do this specific content. So my only objective today is to just do this, and then we're gonna stop playing this. I'll play more of this off stream, honestly, like the online stuff, just completing the Pokedex to unlock the shiny charm, all that kind of stuff. I'll do that off stream. The main thing was just seeing like the more unique stuff that's in the game. After we finish the 15 battles we need in total, I'm gonna hop off this game and hop on Mon Hunt and just do some hunting for a little bit. Does surprise you how much they put into Grant at the end? I don't think there's a lot, to be honest with you. Like, personally speaking, I don't think there's a lot. Like, even if you just single out this game on its own, like if you don't compare this game to something else, I don't think there's a lot still. Genuinely. Like, I'm doing the exact same, as in time. And this doesn't take that long either. I'm just gonna be real with you. This doesn't take that long either. Are you surprised it doesn't take that long, or are you surprised at how long it's taking? Because I have been prioritizing only these battles. I can basically get two battles in, two challenger battles in one night cycle, and I'm already almost caught up, and I've been playing for like an hour. That's ugh. Good job, Blue Blue. Yeah, no, this game is not worth $70. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. This game is not worth 70 fucking bones, bro. 100%. This game is at most like a $40, $50 game, probably. And I say probably for 50. Oh, whatever, dude. If you didn't have them glasses on, you wouldn't have seen me that well. Yeah, this game is not $70. But I will not sit here and lie. And from my personal experience, I will not sit here and lie and say I did not have fun playing the game. Personally, I did have fun. It's fun. It is fun playing Pokemon in a different way. Again, technically, the battles being like this are pretty cool. I kind of wish the battles were still would stay like this, but just be, you know, way more balanced and up to date with like other features or things like that. But I can imagine it's not that easy. But I wouldn't mind if we go back to the traditional style of Pokemon battling. I wouldn't mind that. The classic turn-based is perfectly fine by me. But I personally do like this battle style. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. But it's definitely very, very simplistic in this first state of it. It's very, very, very simple. What the? There's an item up there? Oh shit. Haven't heard that sound effect in a hot minute. Yeah, florist store. But the game is not $70. The content in said game is definitely very, very yeesh. I got all the screws where it mattered to get bonus items that upgraded stuff. I'm still missing all the other screws to just get, I guess, an additional item for, I guess, no reason. I don't know. I guess. I'm still missing probably like 15 of them or some shit. I have no idea. But, what else can I say, really, about this game? I like the music is the coolest, is like the best thing about this game next to like the fashion. The fashion's awesome. Music's great. Don't like the fact that I, like a lot of other people, I'm not a big fan of the fact that I can't really go into a bunch of buildings in a game that is literally just entirely in a city. Like that, it's the usual tip. It's things you've heard before type of stuff, basically, when it comes to people's complaints. Oh, it's Emma. It's those kinds of complaints. I have the same complaints. Just because I am having a good time with this game and all that doesn't mean that I don't have my own thoughts and own criticisms, or that I don't share the criticisms with other people. But a lot of that was what worked on Switch 1. No, it's not. I'll tell you that too for free. It's because the Pokemon Company doesn't, or Nintendo, or whoever the fuck it was, doesn't care to give Game Freak proper funding. They don't, or time to make the games. That's why. They'll put all their investing into every other form of merchandise or media regarding Pokemon. Pokemon cards, Pokemon clothing, toys, whatever, figurines, whatever. They'll put all their effort into that, all that money into that, because it makes the most money. Especially the fucking cards. Jesus Christ, the cards are insane. The amount of fucking money people go through on Pokemon cards is ridiculous. When it comes to like the video games, they really don't care. Yeah, it is because they have the lowest profit margin comparatively, and because of that, they are completely like they basically nearly completely alienate the fact that these games are interesting and fun and different compared to literally any other kind of usual merchandise that every other company does for other and other forms or whatever. Like I don't know. It's dumb. It's really dumb, dude. But yeah. People will until it is done. People will also always complain about the fact that this game has still not gotten any voice acting. Streamer, this is sounding like you're holding Game Freak accountable. Yeah. Yeah. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is when people think that it's basically just Game Freak's fault and nobody else's. Whatever. Welcome back, Rolo. Yeah, I would love to have a voice acting for Pokemon, man. I would love it. Like everybody else. I would love voice acting. I think it'd be nice. $4,000 points. That would be. It's basically the same thing. I'll get more out of it. Just gotta get my Mega Energy back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people absolutely want to voice act Pokemon trainers. What skill do you need for a hunting horn build? The exact same as anything else in terms of like armor skills. The only other main thing that the weapon for a weapon skill, just get Horn Maestro. That's it. Always max out Horn Maestro. That's literally all hunting horn ever really needs for a primary skill. If you want to put on Slugger, you can, because it's gonna always KO. It's gonna do some KO damage. But Slugger is like oh. Slug, at least one point of Slugger is good for the KO damage. But Horn Maestro is like the thing. Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Jesus Christ, dude. There we go. What else? I think that when it comes to this game's like collectathon stuff and all that, I'm also not a big fan of it either. I think that the what is it, the Canary plush upgrades, I think those are cool. I think that's fine to just get some more upgrades, more passive upgrades. I think that's really cool. As something to just collect when you're running around the city. However, like I'm not really working toward, like I'm not really working hard or having, like it's like janitor work type of shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm just going around cleaning up random, I'm just finding items on the floor, I'm like, oh, there's an item, and then I just pick it up and that's it, you know? I'm not really doing anything unique. And these, in air quotes, obstacle courses are beyond baby mode. Like there's not really a lot going on with them than what there could have been, for sure. Both of them are good. Rolo. Both of them are good. Depends on what you want. Super fang. Yeah, I've spent like 50 hours in this game now. Yeah, wow. The timing on that. That was funny. I've spent like 50 hours in this game now, and the game said Dawn is approaching, and I thought it was like a Monka, the character Dawn. I wish Dawn would come over here. I want to battle Dawn again. I like Dawn, she's cool. I like all the old rival trainers or stuff like that. What was the other character's name? What was the male character's name in Sword and Gold and Silver? Is his name start with a B or something like that? Is it Brennan or something? What was who? What am I thinking of? What was his name? I think it was Assface. Oh. Oh shit. Assface sent out Totodile. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of no. The rival was the red-haired character, right? The guy that was an actual asshole, the main rival. And then there was the two characters, the male and female character you play as, the trainer you play as. Which I can't remember which character names. I can't remember what trainers, which protagonist trainers are in which Pokemon generations. Brendan. 3rd gen. Oh, he's 3rd gen. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. Brendan. Yeah. That's what it was. But, let's go back. We're getting sidetracked here. Yeah, I'm going off the manga stuff, yeah. We're getting sidetracked here. What else is there in this game that people don't like that I share the same I have the same feelings about? I'm trying to think. What's up about the floating building and mismatched textures as if you're looking at anything but the Pokemon you're fighting? A floating building? Wait, I didn't know about that. That sounds funny. I was like, what's that big ass Dragonite doing against that life post? Are you trying to hide behind it? I'll never see you come and get it. There's some spots where buildings are a couple inches off of the ground. Really? Yeah, shack behind the tree. Yeah, that's what I always think of whenever I'm hiding behind literally any kind of vertical object. I always think about the shack image. Never fails. You can see into the void under them. That's funny. I don't know. I think that's funny. I mean, obviously I wouldn't want it to be like that, but like, really, man? There are plenty of AAA games that do the same exact shit, bro. Who cares, man? Jesus. Seek help. Switching through the floor too. That's funny. Oh my goodness. This person is running right to me. Dude. He's fine. That scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Bada 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 bada. Oh, that's another thing that I don't like about this game, actually. And I just did it. The roto glide thing. Like, to be fair, that's kind of like a, that's not like a one specific thing. It's more like I can't use HMs or whatever. Like the fact that I can't use HMs of any kind. I can't surf. I can use like Rock Smash to break some of the rocks, and that's cool. But Rock Smash is also not unique in any fashion because you can use other moves. Yeah, you can't ride your Pokemon. You can't fly, and that's all also because those other moves are also tied because you just don't. you don't leave the city. Like that's why I'm like I'm not really using it as like a I'm not like singling it out as like its own individual thing. I think that's just part. It's like a byproduct or part of the fact that the game only takes place in the city. Like those kinds of things, I put them together. It is just weird. I still think that both. I think that Legends Arceus did a really good job of letting you use like HMs or unique Pokemon for traversal and just, you know, general exploration. And I really liked it. And I liked what they did with Scarlet and Violet, even though it took a DLC to get to that point, which I wasn't really too big of a fan of. But I guess I kind of understand it to some degree, but I'm still not too big a fan of how they did it. But I like that in Scarlet and Violet they let you actually fly, like full on fly. I like that they let you do that too in that game. But I still think for a game that didn't need DLC, any of that kind of stuff, I think that Arceus did a really good job with kind of keeping that more classic Pokemon vibe while changing up the battles to be something more dangerous. I liked what they did with that game more than these other games. One thing I don't like about that game now is the fact that that bitch runs at fucking variable 30. That's it. That's basically the only thing I don't like at that point. Oops. What did I pick up? I picked up Dragalgite. Where's Let's read the Pokedex entry for this one, actually. What the? Oh, I've seen all the Pokemon. Also, that's another thing. This game has a very small Pokedex. I think the total Pokemon count in this game is smaller than Gold and Silver. Which is crazy to think about. Smaller than Gen 2. All I gotta do is just see that last one there. Where's Dragalge? It's a liquid that causes the regenerative power of cells to run wild. The liquid is deadly poison to everything other than itself. That's pretty cool. The Mock Kelp Pokemon. This thing is 6'11". Interesting. Only a few more tickets to go, and then we'll be done, boys. Or a couple more. Oh, Corbo. I don't think it's a hot take to say Arceus is a better game, even. Oh, I think it is. I think we can attribute the Pokedex size to the new system, though. Having to work each Pokemon into the new combat is over. Oh, yeah, that's true. That you do have to use a bunch of Pokemon and try them and like animate them and all that stuff for this, yeah. And in a new combat style. I can understand that. But the other thing though is like, unfortunately, the way that we can sum everything up about this game and the experience with this game is really just the fact that that they just didn't get the funding that they deserved. They should have gotten more money and time to make something cool. We've had this conversation way early in the playthrough, much earlier in the playthrough compared to this point. where in a perfect world we would have like an actual grand Pokemon adventure, starting from your hometown and going all the way through the world, exploring everything and running into a bunch of crazy trainers with some cool Pokemon, at least another like 100 Pokemon, new Pokemon in the Pokedex, a bunch of old ones, a whole bunch, like a crazy looking habitat. Like you'll see all sorts of Pokemon in different areas of the world as you're progressing. Like Pokemon in rivers, streams, in cities, and like Garbodor or whatever the hell, and like by dumpsters, you know, those kinds of things, the usual stuff. So you'll have all that. You have all this drip. You'll have great music. You'll have a decent story at the bare minimum. I don't know, like. But we're never gonna get that. Implementation of the wild zones in general, I think, is kind of half-baked. Oh, I agree. I don't care for the wild zones in this game. I think it was cool to be like, oh, new Pokemon to catch now. That's great. But like, the system of going into the wild zones is like, there's like six Pokemon or 10 Pokemon. Oh man, and in some of the wild zones you already have them. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. There's no. That was before. That was before we got to the rest of the story. When I was like, I don't know what this game is gonna do for the story. Oh, he's running into the fucking wall. I don't know what the game does for the story, so, you know. Who knows if the city might change or whatever, you know? Who knows? Who knows? And now that I've actually played it, because I don't want to spoil myself, and now that I've actually played it, it's like, oh, okay. Nothing really changed. It makes even less sense why there's just one area of the city that's just a completely different climate. What the fuck is my phone doing, dude? Oh, god damn it, man. Dude. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oops. Just getting a bunch of text messages. Zinc? Oh my god! But at the end of the day, oh shit, Poo Moogle.
Lavren looking.
Thank you for the 36 months. It was funny seeing that name. Thank you for the resub. At the end of the day, the thing for me is just that I personally just prefer, like, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing that a lot of other people feel too. I personally prefer my Pokemon games to be like the older ones, like every, oh, I should say like every other Pokemon game, honestly, like the larger world. I much prefer that. Like, that's a given. I really do think it's silly that they're like, what if we make an entire video game just all around this and nothing else, you know? I think that's kind of ridiculous. Just a teensy bit. I mean, that's pretty much what the we don't need that. That's pretty much what people think it is, honestly. That, like, it really is just, it was just a whole funding thing. Whatever. That ain't gonna matter. I gotta remember what else this Pokemon is weak to. Okay, I remembered. I don't know, man. I just want to play a Pokemon title that dude. I just want to play a Pokemon title that has the usual Pokemon stuff in it and enjoy that like a you know, full grand adventure. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised they managed to fit like a whole story just in a city alone, kind of thing. Like, they really just had to do what they could with that, with what they had. Oh. Turning glowing stones. That's not that bad, honestly. I mean, that Pokemon, that fighting Jindahad might be like, kind of boring, but that's actually a pretty free charm grind. Or 9-star gore? Nope. Oh shit. Oh shit. The real final rival. Holy. Isn't the Infinite ZA Royale awesome? I've had a chance for an all-out match with you since we fought to see who's the strongest Mega Evolution user. Watch me win. Holy. Holy chatter. Chatting. The freeze before the Giga Drain goes off? Oh, he's... Wait, what? Huh. That's cool. Light of Ruin. Oh! Oh! Yes, what? Hell? Holy. Damn. And I told you already, but I'm glad we met. Couldn't have taken on the whole ZA Royale or protected Lumios if you hadn't been there. Can I have a word? Yeah, sure. It'd be pretty important if you came to find me. Okay. Gonna make a stop at the HQ. You mean right there? Alright, boys. Let's see. Thanks for coming, both of you. Just triple checking. Urbane, your jacket was a keepsake from your mom, right? Yeah? Well, I found the person who gave it to your mom in the first place. Oh, shit. That jacket was a gift from me. What? Wait, I'm quite sure your mother was my daughter. Mother worked to develop hologram technology, did she not? Yes, she did. Mother and I disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving. She left saying that she had her own research she wished to pursue. Yeah, she worked hard on her research, all while caring for me when I was just a kid. It was tough. I think she ended up doing work for Team Flare, maybe getting support from Lysandra. It is true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research enabled us to develop our own holotech here at Quasartico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersection. Life truly is curious at times. So Mom's hard work helped make the wild zones and everything possible, but she burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go to some faraway region and try and rest. I see. I suppose that is where she... Yeah. I knew my mom had ties to Lumios, so I figured I'd find you or someone who knew her here. But of course, her family was unoriginally from Lumios City. That's why it was a struggle to find any leads. Until I noticed that jacket. Couldn't be sure at first, it has certainly seen some hard days since I had last seen it. And of course you've added some flair of your own. That's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her too. That moment it struck me. What if President Jet and Urbane are related to and searching for one another? Oh shit, Grandma! My daughter, your mother, did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you again after she left, but she said if I ever met you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller, even after she left, maybe especially after. If only I'd been less stubborn, if only I'd tried to reach back across that divide sooner. Ugh. Oh. Bro's gonna be the head of the entire company. Oh no, I'm promoting Vinny. It's fine. Damn. Whoosh. Original trainer. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, that actually has the The icon's gone for the story. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me grab this stuff. Let's rest and change the time of day. Oh, the one Pokeball I threw. Thank you. Oh wait, let me give what the item. Loetite. The Eternal Flower has absorbed all the energy from Mega Evolution. Flower now attacks enemies on its own. Cool, we did it. We've seen all the Pokemon. I'm just missing like the other entries from these other types. I'm missing 2 trade evos. Evolutions. I think all I'm really missing are the trade Pokemon. Oh, that's right, Umbreon, Espeon. Them too. I'm debating evolving the shiny because I want to make sure I like shiny Ariados. I didn't realize I didn't have Ariados' Pokedex entry. I thought I did, but I guess I just never caught it when I saw it. I just failed. That's what it was. Shiny Ariados. Yeah. Yeah, I do like shiny Ariados. What level does this Pokemon even evolve at? I have 178. Jesus. Well, it was definitely enough candy for this Pokemon. Hey. Hold on, it's close to leveling again. I thought I had this Pokemon evolved, but I guess not. Swords Dance. Let's go, dude. Spin string not only from its rear, but also from its mouth. Hard to tell which end is which. What? Okay. Anyway, putting that back here. Damn, dude. Level 72 Floette. What is Light of Ruins detail? Attacks by drawing power from the eternal flower to fire off a powerful beam of light. And then recoil. Oops. Well, let's put Flowood in here, sure. Whatever. I'm saving my game. And that is as much of this game as I think I'll do. Let me check and see if the Hotel Z has anything, any cutscene before we do anything. Alright, Fizz. See any cutscene here? Nothing. Alright. Can I go into these rooms now? No. Nothing. Well, what happens if I try to leave the city, actually? Let's try that. Where's the... Is this where the exit is, or is it south? I don't fucking remember. Oh, it's right here. Train station. Let's see what happens. Oh, oh, there we go. Goodbye. Will that train will leave or abandon the others behind? Right. We're done. We got unfinished business here. Goodbye. Leaves. How strange, he must have nodded off here on the bench. Wow. Incredible. Anyway. No, you don't just leave, you're just dreaming. Stuck in France forever, bro. What the hell? Whatever, man, I'm out of here. Dream of another city you could visit. Alright, well. This game was not worth the price. It was fun though, IMO. Had a good time. Despite the problems that it has, and there's plenty of problems it has. Well, I'm gonna go play something else. I'm gonna go do some hunting. Thanks for joining me for the Pokemon stuff, chat. It was awesome. And now I must fucking like go poof from this video game. Bam 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 bam. I'll have to figure out what the next game is gonna be though. Well, I'll figure it out eventually. Let's go do some hunting.